Okay, let's just jump right into it. We're going to break down a really powerful framework that could completely change your financial life. And I mean starting right now. We'll walk through a super clear, step-by-step strategy that's all about combining the right mindset with specific things you can do every single day.
I want you to just start right here. Take a second and really feel this, imagine it. Because getting to this place, this feeling of financial freedom, it's not some fantasy. It's a real, tangible thing that's totally achievable. This is the goal we're aiming for.
So the big question is, how do you actually make that feeling real? Well, the path there isn't about getting lucky or waiting for some magical big break. Nope. It's about a very specific strategy. And here's the kicker. It doesn't start with your bank account. It starts right between your ears. It all starts with your mindset.
Okay, first things first, we've got to tackle the biggest obstacle right out of the gate. And what is it? It's that quiet little voice inside, that story we tell ourselves that wealth, well, that's something that just happens to other people, but not for us. We have to dismantle that belief.
And this is such a critical shift in thinking. You've got to get rid of this idea that riches just, drift in while you're waiting. Money is not passive. It doesn't just show up for people who are sitting around. No way. It's drawn to people who are already moving, people who are already out there creating, learning, and building something.
All right, let's build on that idea. Because look, it's not enough to just stop believing the old busted story. You have to actively, consciously replace that poverty mindset with a wealth-building one. It's a switch from waiting to acting. This right here, this just nails that fundamental mental shift. Think about it. Are you playing the waiting game, just hoping lightning strikes? Or are you playing the action game, striking your own match and making your own fire? It's a huge difference. So how do you do that? Well, you got to actively reprogram that little voice in your head. You need to visualize the life you want in such vivid detail that you can practically taste it. And this is a big one. When you see other people succeeding, don't see it as a threat. See it as proof. It's proof that it's possible. Tell yourself, hey, if they can do it, I can do it.
And this quote is so good. A mind sprayed in 20 directions is a flashlight in a football stadium, bright but useless. I mean, wow. It's all about focus. A real wealth mindset means you have to be ruthless about cutting out distractions. The gossip, the endless social media scrolling, all that noise. You've got to shut it down and point all of your energy, all of that light, at one single meaningful target. Okay, so once you've got that new mindset locked in, what's next? Well, now you have to turn it into a set of daily disciplines, habits that are just non-negotiable. This is where the mental stuff becomes real, everyday action.
And these 4 habits, they're like the bedrock of the whole thing. First, live below your means. Simple but crucial. Second, guard your time like a hawk. It's the one thing you can never get back. Third, always be feeding your mind, learning new things. And fourth, curate your environment. You've got to surround yourself with people and ideas that pull you up, not drag you down.
I love this reframe of living below your means. It's not about depriving yourself, right? It's about making a conscious vote for your future self. Think about it like this. Every single dollar you save becomes a tiny employee that works for you 24/7, making you more money while you sleep. It's about building a little army of cash.
So you've got the mindset, you've got the daily habits. Now it's time for the rubber to meet the road. We need to take real, concrete, wealth-building action. This is where all that internal work starts to pay off with real-world results.
And a really crucial strategy here is to create more than one income river. Seriously, think about it. If you rely on just one paycheck, it's like building your whole house on a single pillar. If that pillar cracks, the whole thing comes down. The goal is to have multiple streams flowing, so if one dries up, you're not high and dry.
You can kind of picture your income like this chart. Yeah, your day job might be the biggest piece of the pie for now. But then you add another slice from a side business, another one from investments, maybe another from some freelance work. Altogether, they create a way more stable financial life for you. But does this stuff actually work? Let me show you a real-world story that shows how one super small, disciplined habit can have a massive impact. It's pretty amazing. So the story is about a cashier. She started tracking her spending and found this small but consistent leak in her budget. It was about $150 a month that she was spending on snacks and stuff at work without even really thinking about it. I mean, $150 doesn't sound like a fortune, does it? But check this out.
Instead of buying those snacks, she started packing a lunch and took that $150 a month and just put it into a simple, low-cost index fund. After 10 years, that small change turned into over $25,000. It's incredible. She literally turned sandwiches into a small fortune. It just proves that small hinges can swing really, really big doors.
And here's another great example. A guy who had a hobby of fixing phones. He started with just a $20 toolkit and probably a bunch of YouTube videos. And that little hobby, it turned into a real business that now actually employs 3 other people. It shows how any skill, with a little consistency, can go from a side gig to the whole shebang.
Okay, so we've talked about the mindset, we've talked about the daily habits, and the strategies for building wealth. But honestly, the last piece of this puzzle is the most important one. And it's simple. You have to take action. Immediate, undeniable action.
Because, look, all this knowledge is totally useless if you don't do anything with it. So here's your challenge right now. Take one concrete step in the next hour. Just pick one of these things. Tally your net worth. Cancel some subscription you forgot you had. Put $10 in an investment account. List something you don't use on Facebook Marketplace. Watch a quick tutorial on a skill you could sell. Don't just think about it. Do it. Because motion beats meditation every single time.
And please, don't wait for the perfect moment. It's never going to come. Action, even that first, awkward, clumsy action, is the entry fee to the life you deserve. It's those small, imperfect steps repeated over and over again with crazy consistency that build all the momentum. That first step is everything.
And really, that's what it all boils down to. The next decade is going to fly by whether you do something or not. The only question is, what are you going to choose? Are you going to act and build the future you actually want, or are you just going to drift along and end up wherever the current happens to take you? The choice, starting this very moment, is all yours.